Namaste. Welcome to Wise Owl Career Guide. Today we have somebody with us who embodies the principle of following your passion in life. We have Miss Swara Patel with us, who is the co-founder of Rhythm is Happy Feet. Let's listen from her what her journey has been and what the careers that we can look at once we get into following our passion, especially in the field of dance. Hi Swara, welcome to Wise Owl.
Hi, Neha. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm sure it's going
You
to be
know,
wonderful talking.
I also hope so. Once I was thinking about giving your introduction, uh, I was, wondering where to start from and which points to put across. You have done so much in the field of dance that, it is something that people are just not aware. The kind of career opportunities, the kind of growth that they can look at. So before we get into all your qualifications that you've acquired over the years, first thing I want to understand is going 20 years back is around when you started. How did you break that glass ceiling of saying that this is my passion and this is what I'm going to make a career into? What were the struggles and the support that you got?
Yeah. So, somewhere the calling kept going stronger and stronger that I have to do this. So the voice within me got louder each
Okay.
passing year that this is something that I have to do. I reach a point that I would see a dance performance and I would have goosebumps. Yeah. And I would like, oh my
Okay.
God, I think I'm meant to do this. So that feeling grew within me
Okay.
and it reached a point that it gave me enough strength that to leave what I was doing and start pursue dancing. What really mattered at that time, so the story is slightly different than any other typical dancer, is that I started my career, or not, let's not call it career, I started my training after both my child's birth. Yeah, my younger
Okay.
daughter was a year old and my older daughter was 4.5. So that is something, if today, if I have reached where I am, the young generation who are really a little more sorted and they already know when they're young that they want to pursue dancing, they have sky to go. Yeah.
Right.
And so the support was definitely that. So the support required at this level when you're already a mother and you're running a house is different, because you're managing a lot of things back home and going. So I was really grateful for my husband to be able to give that support, and to say that, okay, you want to do this, not go out and work, go out and train. Yeah, because there's
Right.
a difference, right? When you go out and earn some money back home and you contribute, and then you're just going and learning and starting off the journey there. So it was
Right.
wonderful. So that was the support which I got. The challenge which I would say, is that it's a different challenge than what other people would have. So I would still just talk about it. Is that the challenge was that my body had changed after two pregnancy and no previous
Right.
training and just a little bit good at dancing and the passion uh, of and being passionate about dancing was not enough, because the body is a tool when you dance. Yeah, the tool
Yes.
was not sharpened all this while. Yeah, so that was the biggest challenge for me. And the second challenge was that this is an industry for young people.
Mhm.
When I go out and when I used to enter a classroom, they were all very young kids who were dancing around me, 16, 17. So
Right.
cope with that was a challenge. So
Okay.
I think,
So now, tell us for your dancing, what all courses you've done, what all training you've done.
yeah. So I train in jazz and ballet technique. Yeah. So when you pursue
Okay.
any Western dance form, you usually do ballet as a technique. It enhances your dancing skills. So I did jazz, funk as a main dance form and ballet as a technique at DanceWorks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are okay, now you need to introduce yourself as to what all positions you're holding and what are the kind of training and, work you're doing in this field.
Yeah. So now, and currently I run a dance academy called Rhythm is Happy Feet. I also have developed a product called Agile Kids, which specially is made to deliver dancing in school as a part of the curriculum. We have now 8 centers in all over Bombay. Our home center is Khar Bandra. And just this year we've expanded. We also teach in 40 schools across India, being Mysore and primarily Bombay. I also headed a dance department, actually not a dance department, performing arts division for Orchids school for 2 years, where there were 35 schools under my purview and there were 100 dance teachers under me. We built curriculum from nursery to grade 10th. We also wrote books. We had dance books. We developed a curriculum. We trained the teachers. We fine tuned the curriculum. We implemented the curriculum, everything, yeah, for 2 years. So this is a quick, another thing which is something which I progressed to, was a dance therapist, which I did from Pune, from Artsphere. And I'm also a kinesthetic training expert, which is something not many people know of. We learn through audio and visual, and children love learning through movement and body. Right. So usually in a classroom, we always implement AVK method, which is audio, visual, and kinesthetic. Now, a lot of time, audio and visual is dominating because not everybody is good with body work, or not. I would not say not everybody is using body as a tool, but I would say we are conditioned to teach through audio visual more than teaching through the body, whereas children love moving and learning. Yeah. So where I also train school teachers to teach anything through movements, basically including movement in lesson plans and making active learning environment, because the retention is highest when you involve your complete body and learn.
Correct.
Than just the audio and visual. So this is what it is.
Okay, Swara, the dance therapy and the visual, audio and kinesthetic, you said, right? That part we'll come to a little later. But you said you were involved in designing dance programs for schools to be a part of their curriculum. Just tell us a little more about that, what exactly it entails, and also what are the kind of career opportunities that, are available for that?
So dance, so when I said about dance, having a dance curriculum in school, it's not an extra curriculum, it's in curriculum. So it's part of the curriculum. It's not extracurricular. So it's part of what we call it as co-curriculum.
Okay.
Yeah, we call it co-curriculum. So what happens is that a lot of time, a dance teacher is hired in a school, and they teach almost very similar things to, say, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, all similar things. 5, 6, 7, same things. Pre-primary, the whole pre-primary is dealt as one. Yeah.
Right.
When you see milestones and how children learn and grow, each year there is so much development, and you can't be teaching the children the same way. Right? So a nursery child and a senior KG child, or a junior KG child and a senior KG child, there are difference. Yeah. So when you build a curriculum which is very age-centric, grade-centric, it has to be progressive every grade. So any curriculum, academic curriculum, they have learning outcome. Yeah.
Right.
End of the year, what are the learning outcome that you will achieve in nursery? Now, once you define the learning outcome, then you break it down. So what will have to be done throughout the year to achieve this?
Correct.
So, so when you want to build a curriculum for school, a dance curriculum, somewhere you have to be a half educator almost, understand children well, and be a dancer. That is a combination you need. Yeah, to be a dance. The word I would like to use is dance educator. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So dance is used as a tool to develop overall personality of a child. Obviously, physical aspect being more. Yeah.
Right.
Now, another thing which is very important when you, so there is very frankly, at presently, there are no curriculum which tells you how to do it, or there are no courses which makes you a dance educator. I do training, that's a different thing, but there are no courses available.
Okay.
So people who are dancing, who love teaching, will have to become teachers or use general curriculum planner, or to be able to integrate both these things, both these skills. When you're an educator, you're a dancer, and able to bring this together, understand the child and put in place. But there is nothing separate available which puts them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you're working with schools. Traditionally, what we've seen in schools is that there is one teacher who's basically teaching you classical dance. And, there are the same steps that you're going on from, even if you join, in your KG, you start taking dance as a, part of your curriculum. Till 12th, you're somewhere there. You're still not prepared to
progress.
to become a professional certified dancer.
Yeah.
So, is you saying, and currently there are no teachers training programs into dances as well, apart from what you've started as a curriculum.
Right.
So, how do you think, this can change as a career opportunity for people in terms of, understanding that this can be a career option for you. You can be a dance teacher in a school or even in a college, because dance as a form, I think, before you get into a professional this thing, it can be a huge stress buster, relaxer for you as a person. And the way the world is changing, that requirement of having something of your own is there.
Yeah.
So what is your suggestion to kids who have a passion for dancing and maybe would want to get into this as a career?
Yeah. So when you're really passionate about dancing and you discover it early on, so there are two questions which you asked me here. The first was that the way right now it is taught. So I genuinely feel that you can't be teaching classical dancing in school. Yeah. School is a place where all kind of learners come. Yeah.
Correct.
Classical, like you don't teach, you specialize in something after you realize you really love it.
Correct.
Yeah. Classical dancing is it's like a specialization. You can't be doing specialized dancing when you're very young. The first thing when you're really young, you have to build the basic movement foundation of the child. Yeah.
Right.
Which is normal dancing, freestyle, moving a lot, able to follow dance vocabulary, BN1, many things. Yeah.
Right.
Again, as soon as you introduce classical in school, you are completely omitting the boys.
Right.
Or not all boys are inclined towards dancing, right? So in school, when you deliver dance, the first thing which any dancer has to keep in mind, you're teaching to an audience where not everybody want to take up dancing seriously. You're using as a tool for students who really want to take it seriously. They should improve and they should find themselves in the class. Yeah. And students who need not take dance seriously really enjoy the class and they're fun and they discover dance as a tool of joy and they keep using it throughout their life.
Correct.
Yeah, these are the two main focus of teachers. Now, teachers just don't understand this. They're mixing both these things. So anyone who want to really take dancing as a career, you need to understand this complete bifurcation. And when you teach, you need to understand that you keep these two audiences in mind and deliver a class. Yeah, so that's my thing about classical dancing in school. And when you give a good foundation to that child in class and the child starts improving, basically school is a place where it's for academics, right? Now, if in school that is discovered early on that the child loves dancing, the parent will put them into classical dancing. Those children, yeah. So this is the way a dance education should see dance in school. Yeah. Now, that was the first question which I answered. The second question which you asked me was if they want to take dance teaching as a career. So there is a huge dearth of good teachers in dancing. They're dancers and they're not teachers. Yeah, a dancer have to be teacher. If a maths teacher, physics teacher, English teacher requires a B.Ed degree and not just a good in English, How can a dance teacher not require a teaching degree and just be good at dancing? Yeah?
Right.
If you have this in your mind and you start educating yourself, you will become an excellent teacher and you will be highly valued. You will get into good schools. You will not just be a dancer, just teaching. You'll be a dance teacher. Yeah. And
Dance
not just a
teacher.
dancer who's just teaching. Yeah. So keep
Correct.
this focus very clear that if you want to be a teacher, you need to educate yourself about child psychology, do some teaching degree. Yeah. And then
Okay.
there are good opportunities for you there waiting for you. The problem is
All right.
because a lot of schools require dancing. Dance is used in annual day, dance, any celebration, they use dance. Yeah.
Correct.
Dance is used in Janmashtami, dance is grandparents' day, dance is used in even convocation. Any
Right.
celebration school, dance is used.
Right.
Yeah, but when you when you understand all this, you become an educator, dance educator. So if you want to be a dance teacher, make sure you're just not training yourself to be a dancer. You have both the training.
Okay. So now coming to the second aspect of your own training, you are trained in dance therapy as well.
Yeah.
So tell us more about that and the visual audio
Kinesthetic.
VKA. Yes.
AVK.
Yeah. AVK.
Yeah. I did dance therapy. So, being a dancer, I explored the world of dance therapy and I did a course, a certificate course. Now, there is Pune delivers good course. There are 2 companies in Pune who deliver good course. You just go online and find art therapy in Pune, you'll find them. Yeah.
Okay.
TIS, which is Tata Institute, again has dance therapy. Bangalore had good schools for dance therapy. My personal opinion about a dance therapist, and if you really want to use dance as a therapy, where you heal people and you want to go in, so it is like this, okay? You want to use dance as a therapy, not at a very grassroots level, just for people to have fun, understanding them that movement heals, and just to make them move and open up.
Right.
Yeah? And if you want to go seriously into therapy, right?
Okay.
2 different things. Now, if you want
Right.
to seriously go into dance therapy, you have to be a therapist, period.
Okay.
I'm telling you that, yeah? Because dance therapy is just one tool used as an intervention.
Okay.
Really heal somebody, it's not that dance therapy will completely heal them. Yeah, it's one tool
It is
used
always be a combination
of
with
other
something.
things which really helps a person. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just one tool. So you can be associated with a therapist and the therapist feels that maybe for this patient, movement, physical dance therapy will really work. Yeah. You jump
Okay.
into, do your little work and come back.
Okay.
You understand? Because you cannot be a dance therapist and take up some assignments of counseling.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now this is a clear distinction which people need to make. So when I did dance therapy, I started understanding it more. There is also training in psychology, counseling. So basic training is there that you understand the base.
Okay.
To be able to deliver it to somebody who is recommended a dance therapy and know the background and able to help. Yeah. So that much is given. Now, to be able to really use it, this is how it will be. So you have to know how much you want to use it. It's quite a serious thing.
It can't apply. Yeah, it can't apply to everybody and in all scenarios.
In all scenario, it is just can be applied as a source of joy and happiness.
Correct.
Yeah. To like example, Parkinson's. Yeah. Parkinson's people just need to move, and just by moving, they release their hormones and it does good to their brain.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Parkinson's dance is so a lot of time it's used as a tool to heal, make them better. Yeah.
Okay.
It is just a dance session. There is no counseling. There is nothing. It's just making them move and dance.
All right. And what about AVK as a tool, even for kids or adults? For we were just talking in the starting about how it helps to, move your body along with your audiovisual,
Right.
aspects in learning.
So this is
So,
another thing which if a dance teacher realizes that movement is not just a tool to learn dance, it helps in brain development, it helps in learning. Now every dancer who aspires to be a teacher, when they understand the benefits of movement and child, and they start use help they so it's simple. The more senses you use in learning, the better the learning.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you use your eyes and ears, two senses.
Right.
When you use your body, you're getting sense from everywhere. Yeah. So the whole,
Right.
yeah. So the more physically, so the logic, this is the logic. Yeah. This is the logic. Yeah. And
Okay.
as soon as you move, you activate a part of your brain, which also activates the long-term memory. Yeah.
Okay.
It makes your brain alert because your right brain controls the left side of the body, your left brain controls the right side of the body. So when you move, the whole brain gets activated. So the simple thing is
Right.
when, yeah. So in learning, when you use movement as a tool, which is called kinesthetic. Kinesthetic means learning through movement. Yeah.
Right.
When you use as a tool, learning is enhanced, retention is better, and is a lot of fun, and it's active learning. So anybody who's looking for career, any dancer who is looking for teaching career needs to also explore kinesthetic teaching and learning and how they can
Okay.
teach lessons through dance and movement. So,
Okay.
and even help. So a lot of time what happens, the academic teacher might not have a movement idea. Academic teacher knows the lesson. The dance teacher
Right.
knows the movement, how movement can be used. Now they collaborate together and build a lesson plan which has movement.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why to be a dance teacher, you really have to be an educator. That's when
So
you
you-
understand the power and you just don't see dance as just jumping and fun and about steps and about synchronization and just going on stage and performing. You start seeing dance as a tool which
as a more holistic tool
Holistic
than
approach.
just something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you seen, in the last 10 years or 15 years, the growth opportunities? What kind of growth opportunities have been there for people who are really passionate about, dancing as a hobby, or as a,
Career.
want to convert that
My
hobby
God.
into career?
So we've been only talking about dance teaching, right? And schools.
Right.
Now let me talk
Yeah.
about a completely different thing where you are a performer, you're an artist. Yeah.
Correct.
It's a different thing over a teacher, right?
Right.
So to be very frank, because of the reality show, which really caught up and got very popular, dancing is very popular. If you see anything on Insta or Facebook, you know how many likes dance videos will have, right?
Yes.
It appeals to mass and not just dancers. That is for sure. Yeah. So when something appeals to mass, it definitely has a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity. Yeah, because this is one product which is appealing to mass. Now, people who really want to become an artist, the first thing would be single out one dance form to start off with, which you really want to excel in. Yeah?
Okay.
If you have to master in one. This is old school where you say you have to master one and keep doing one. You have to master in one. And also, this is a time where you have to be versatile. Yeah.
Okay.
But only when you master in one and then explore other. You cannot be jack of all and master at none.
Okay.
Yeah? You master at one and also explore other things.
Okay.
It's a must for every artist nowadays. Okay. So once you master at one, you will have to, so the level at which dancing industry is, you have to train and have your niche and really become good. Yeah, if you really want to reach somewhere. Yeah. For that, there are two things. Now, all dancing is a career which starts early. So what I mean early is, like, my daughter wants to pursue dancing. Okay, my younger one. Now, my older daughter is in 12th. She should give her 12th. Yeah. And after 12th, so you spend a lot of money in masters. You would also think of going abroad when a child reaches that level, right?
Right.
In this, you start your career at 21, 22 because you have to be young as a dancer. Yeah, 25.
Okay.
By 30, you should be already danced a lot as an artist.
Okay.
Right? So your investment time and your peak time where you spend maximum time in your skill is actually from 13 to 20. You have to
Okay.
spend a lot of time. Now that is also the time where the studies take over, to be very frank. Yeah,
Right.
10th and on. So when you make a choice like this, when you make a career choice like this, you'll be very sure where you want to go. If you stay in between, you neither will be here, neither will be here.
Right.
So I don't say don't study. I don't say that at all. You need a backup because dancing is still a risky. When I say risky, challenging, and I say if you use your body, yeah, there are injuries.
Right.
There are also, it's still not an very easily accepted career where you're guaranteed a huge figure jobs if you excel
Correct.
in it,
Yeah.
right? So you study where you cannot be taking up science. If you're not able to cope with science, not able to. If you are, then go ahead. And then you say, okay, I'm going to be dancing. So I'll be studying so much. I'll be dancing. So you'll have to find a way where you make your study little easier at the age of 15 and you have your clear focus. This happens.
Side
Don't
by
stop
side
this
with your,
so that you keep going in your studies. But you'll have to give up. You cannot be doing 1 hour of dancing and then say, oh, I'm going to take up as a career. A lot of people do that. So this is something which you have now. A lot of time you don't get that support back home. So anybody who's watching, parents, I always counsel parents also. You cannot let your child be in between and expect them to do good in both. You try it yourself, will be impossible, right? It's impossible, right? So there is definitely a good career path, but if you're not in between.
Okay.
A lot of time people stay in between and they miss both the side.
Right.
If you're not in between and if you're very sure of what you're doing, then you can, then as a dancer, you explore. So this is something very important. Like how when you want to become when you want to become an engineer, right? There are many things that you can do. Dancing is not just about dancing. Dancing, you start training in singing because it's musicality, you become better with it. Theater. Now, these are many things that you can do to enhance yourself as a dancer.
Right.
Yeah. Learning the various, as I said, master in one and start exploring other dance form.
Right.
Yeah. Then you become, so that is one thing that I would say, that don't be in between.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Swara. Just before we end, what is that one motto or thing that you would suggest people should keep in mind if they're seriously thinking of pursuing dance as a career for themselves? Apart from not being in between.
Yeah. This something good you asked me this again, because there's something which so a lot of time we as dancers say train. Yes, train. But dancing is not just the skill which you take you where you want to go. Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to, they say that when you're an entrepreneur or when you have a very a skill which is really amplified skill within yourself, right? Then you have to learn to talk to people, communication skills. You have to so basically, what I'm trying to say is, while dancing, develop your overall personality, or you will not be able to make it big in dance industry. Because to make it big, it's not just dancing. Yeah, you'll have to know how to do marketing. You'll have to know how to talk to people. You'll have to know how to handle your finances. The common mistake which dancers do is they spend so much time in the training. So people, even like you said, not in between, and they go inside more training. They only keep training.
Okay.
Yeah. Now their dancing skill is heightened, but that is not the only skill required to be successful.
Correct.
Not only skill. So this is, and because dancing takes away a lot physically, so you get drained, then you don't end up developing. So I don't say excel in other, but you have to. So the wonderful thing nowadays is, like you're doing training, right? So if you don't go to, if you say you don't go to a management school, yeah, you don't do MBA, right? You be a dancer and just go to a good coach. They have this 9,000, they do 4-day training, morning to evening.
Right.
And they're wonderful. I have done that myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a huge follower of Rajiv Talreja, an Indian entrepreneur, if you've heard of him. Yeah. I've done his courses as a business, because it's not just about my dancing, right? I want to develop it as a business.
Correct.
Yeah. So you need to even learn those things. So therefore that you don't need to go to school for MBA. Figure out the courses which you need to do. You'll do it in 3 days. At least you'll get that information. You start reach somewhere.
Right.
So this is another mistake which dancers make. They forget the other things.
The ancillary is required for you to be a successful dancer. Not a good dancer, but successful dancer.
Successful dancer. And that's why a lot of dancers are leaving dancing as a career and they end up going to a corporate job. And then they are doing that. Because somewhere to be a dancer, you have to be an entrepreneur, because you have to, it's you're selling yourself, right?
You're making your own brand stand out.
There is one more thing which I would say, that all the young dancers who are looking for career, make sure you build up a profile on Instagram, social media, post regularly. Whatever little you do, start posting. So you start building a profile. There are people who come to me for job, and when I ask them for dance videos, they send me such videos. They've not built it up. They send me, they send me sometimes CVs. I said, send me a CV, which is important to be able to know that are you an overall, because I need all-rounders also, right? And I need to see your dance videos. Now they don't have the profile built.
Okay.
There is no other way but your dancing skills, which will get you a job somewhere. So start building your profile, start building your videos, do good, learn editing, video editing, learn music editing. Yeah. Those are the skills, and be very good at it. Don't be average at it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Swara. That was really enlightening for anybody who's, planning to turn their passion into a career. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
It's my pleasure. I hope that this really helps somebody out there and they find the right path.
Thank you so much.
So that was Miss Swara Patel telling us about the breaking of glass ceiling when it comes to dancing as a career. Now you don't need to be just a normal dance teacher. There is so much more that can be combined with your passion for dancing. Like you can be a trained dance therapist, which is something that not only kids require, but adults, people with any kind of psychological disorders or issues that they're facing. Because let's understand, dancing and music is one thing that has been always there, part of our culture, of our society in various forms throughout the centuries. Now, if you want to pursue a career into dancing, one, with the changing environment and the courses that Swara has come up with, she's currently working with 40 schools. I'm sure that number is going to keep increasing day by day. So the role of a traditional dance teacher in schools or colleges, we will see a huge change in the coming years. In that, also dance as a psychologist is gonna be something which I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate and want to be a part of. The increasing amount of depression, the psychological disease that are becoming a part of our daily life with the changing environment. I think dancing is gonna play a huge role. So if you have a passion for it, I think you should go for it. But as she said, the two major learnings from her interview that I understood are, one, you cannot be halfway. You have to pick your major and minor. Your major can be dancing, but it has to come with something else, which is in form of studies in any kind of subject that you want. One. Two, you also need to, develop your skills. And when you're developing your skills, understand the fact that as a dancer, you become a brand. until and unless you have that with you, it'll not work. So when I say you have to become a brand, that means you have to be present on social media, because for anybody to understand that you're a good dancer or there is, value that you can add to their lives, whether it's for, learning a dance form or as a way of exercising or just, getting some little bit of training to make dancing as a form of a stress buster. You have to create a profile. You have to know how to market your brand and promote your brand yourself before you get into a professional help for yourself in terms of your editing or promotion. And what she said is very right, that you don't need to get into MBA or any other kind of, professional courses along with your dancing. What you can do is there are thousands of, short-term courses available for 2 days, 3 days, which give you the basics that you require to start building your brand and taking it forward. So I hope you find this session informative, and I hope the school teachers and principals who come across this video also take a learning of how dance classes in schools should be changed from traditional dancing to more of something that kids enjoy and want to learn and associate with, and convert it and make it a part of their daily lives for learning other things as well. I hope you like this. Please do share, like, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you.